The sun beat down on the blacktop of Northwood High, shimmering off the worn basketball courts where endless games had been played. Today was orientation, and a nervous energy buzzed through the halls, thick with the scent of floor wax and old textbooks. Amara adjusted the straps of her backpack, her heart thumping a quick rhythm against her ribs. For a moment, she paused at the entrance to the main hallway, taking in the vibrant murals depicting Black historical figures and triumphs that adorned the walls. The artwork made her feel a sense of pride and belonging even amidst her nerves. There, waiting by a cluster of lockers, were her best friends, Chloe and Jamal. A huge grin spread across Amara's face as she hurried to meet them. "Y'all got your schedules yet?" Chloe, dressed sharply in an oversized denim jacket, asked, her natural hair styled in immaculate twist-outs. "Got mine," Jamal responded, his arm casually slung around Amara's shoulder. "Looks like we have app history together, Amara." Her face lit up. "Yes, at least one class with a familiar face. I was dreading English with Mrs. Davies alone." She playfully elbowed him. Chloe frowned slightly, scanning her own schedule. "Looks like I'm alone in chemistry." Ugh. A boy with sharp features and a confident swagger, Kevin, walked past, catching Chloe's eye with a smirk. He was known for being the star basketball player and a bit of a heartbreaker. Chloe quickly averted her gaze, a faint blush creeping onto her cheeks. Before anyone could comment, a stern voice boomed down the hall. That was Principal Davis, a man who commanded respect without raising his voice. His booming voice echoed as he addressed the assembly. "Welcome, Northwood Knights, to another year of excellence." The auditorium was packed, a sea of young, hopeful black faces looking up at the stage. "This year," Principal Davis continued, his voice resonating with pride, "we will not just learn from textbooks, we will build on our legacy." Chloe leaned over to Amara. "He always says the same thing, but it still gets me hyped," she whispered. Amara chuckled softly, sharing an amused glance with Jamal. After the assembly dismissed, the three friends navigated the crowded halls, trying to find their first classes. Amara and Jamal found themselves in the bustling app history classroom, the morning sun streaming through large windows. Mr. Harrison, a charismatic teacher known for his engaging lessons, greeted them with a warm smile. Meanwhile, Chloe braced herself for chemistry, walking into a lab filled with bubbling beakers and unfamiliar faces. To her surprise, Kevin, the basketball star, was already there, casually leaning against a lab bench, looking surprisingly attentive. Their eyes met for a brief, awkward moment across the lab, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. Chloe took a deep breath, focusing on the periodic table above the blackboard rather than the distraction of Kevin. The bell rang, signaling the end of the first class, and students hurried to the hallway for the change period. The mid-year rhythm Amara and Jamal met up after class, comparing notes on their assignments, while Chloe eventually joined them, still deep in thought about her chemistry lab encounter. Over the next few months, an unexpected rhythm settled in. Amara and Jamal became the history class debate champions, spending hours after school in the library surrounded by primary sources. They were driven by a shared dream of attending an HBCU together. Chloe, despite her initial dread, began to excel in chemistry. She realized that Kevin, despite his reputation, was genuinely intelligent and focused when it came to science. They became reluctant lab partners, their banter starting prickly but softening over shared late-night study sessions at the local community center. Kevin was dedicated to using basketball as his path to college, and Chloe, who initially judged him, began to respect his discipline. One afternoon, during a study break, Kevin confessed to Chloe that he needed a perfect GPA for the scholarship and was genuinely struggling with the written analysis portion of their assignments. Chloe, the sharpest writer in her friend group, agreed to tutor him in exchange for shooting lessons on the court. The crossover moment, the deal led to weeks of hilarious afternoons. Chloe, dressed in a Northwood High sweatshirt and leggings, learned to dribble awkwardly under the bright afternoon sun, while Kevin sat patiently under a shade tree, reviewing her detailed edits on his essay drafts. Amara and Jamal often watched from the bleachers, observing the unlikely friendship turn into something more substantial. One evening, before the big district basketball game, Chloe found Kevin looking stressed outside the gym. His younger sister was sick, and his mind wasn't on the game. Ignoring the crowd, Chloe walked up and simply handed him his favorite bottle of water. "You got this, Kev. Go be a knight," she said, using the school motto with genuine warmth. That night, Kevin played the game of his life. He scored the winning three-pointer right at the buzzer. As the gymnasium erupted, his eyes found Chloe in the stands. He didn't wave to the cheerleaders. He pointed directly at her. Graduation and new directions by senior year. The bonds had changed. Amara and Jamal's shared passion for history had blossomed into a sweet, supportive relationship. They were accepted to the same HBCU, Howard University, planning to study political science and architecture. Chloe and Kevin were still the most unlikely pair at Northwood High, the straight-laced scholar and the star athlete. They had moved past the high school labels. At the graduation ceremony, Chloe, the salutatorian, spoke about the power of seeing people beyond their headlines. She thanked a certain, reluctant lab partner for showing her that focus and heart can exist everywhere. As the ceremony ended, the four friends stood together on the field, the bright sun setting behind the familiar murals of Northwood High. They weren't just leaving a school, they were carrying the best parts of it with them, the legacy, the excellence, and the unexpected connections forged in shared hallways, chemistry labs, and quiet moments under the hoop. Their high school journey was over, but the strong foundation of their friendship and love was just beginning.